It's going to be Shabbat later on this evening, and we're trying to make recording really quickly. We'll put up the parsha as soon as we can. But my beloved husband came up with Shabbat Shabbat, and I just wanted to tell you. He wanted me to tell you um, uh, well, this because it seems to be that there's a problem every time we try to keep trying to leave, and everybody seems to notice that. Remember when we told you about the mikvah, right? I have dreadlocks, okay, and somebody said, and they were obviously I'm hearing things about the fact that they don't want people to know what they had done. The people that poisoned the water, the logs can contain whatever was in the water. It's just so I'm gonna let you know that too. You're allowed to have locks for that, so it's okay. It's proper. So to make a long story short, um, the woman that the fake woman that we tell you about that's doing those terrible things, she harasses me all the time about my beloved husband. Can like she does things. She's not normal. But just so we told you that she did all those things. She's not our family. And basically it and we're telling you that. I tried to check about our flight I'm supposed to have, and somebody locked my our mail, so I can't get in to look at the ticket or anything. And all they do is harass me about you're not going to be with our with our clean king. But they have the women and men harass me like that all the time. They do things like that. I can't even touch pork. They don't eat it. But I'm kosher. So my gosh, short. He wants to explain to you how the water made me sick. And I thought that there was something wrong, but I wasn't sure until I got inside the water, and then I felt it, and I just and how felt that it was greasy, and it was slippery, and I just knew that the woman had done something to me, and so all I did was you're not supposed to uh, say what you pray to God for, but I just knew that God would I just knew that it was wrong whatever had happened, and that God would do something about what the woman had tried to do to us, her and all the other whores, because all the other whores knew about it and harassed me about it, and everything else would be afterwards, and that's what you get for trying to be clean and you're not. They said something like that, women, non-Jewish women, and all kinds of other things on the planet, the dirty men, that were around. And so we just let you know too. It's not supposed to be like that, and we're not supposed to say things like this about that. But there was something wrong because when I touched the handle, I slipped. It's not supposed to be like that. And so then I remember the plot that they had planned to try to get radioactive sludge and things like that, and all kinds of stuff to put it and try to kill us. But nobody would give them that. So we just said we just let you know that too. So but they obviously did try. So all those bad women that a fake rabbi and Apostle Charles and I bet tried to hurt us all. They would have where would they have gotten that from? Well, our tablet went missing when we first told you about the angel. We never got the tablet back. It was a brand new tablet, Samsung, and it left. Never got it back. Saw NASA fooling around here. We got it from NASA, right? But they couldn't get stuff like that. So but that was some time ago. So they didn't get that. But we just wanted to let you know what they tried. But it made me really sick. And the angels came and healed me. But I still don't feel so well because they would try to do other things to me. I sleep a lot, but and it's really kind of hard to eat, and everybody else thinks it's kind of hard to eat too. But it's just wrong what the bad patriots all tried to do. We know that they tried to rob our banks and tried to take things. They would have tried to take. Like, kill everybody and try to take people's identities like the Nazis did in World War II. But they never got away with that then. They were trying to kill us, trying to take our identities, trying to steal money. Like how when they robbed our cargo deliveries, the tons of bank heist deliveries, and how they said we heard what they said. The bad Americans said to our beloved royal family, said to our beloved royal Rothschild's family members. They say things like, "You got money, you're rich. Just send us. You have insurance. Just send us some more." Stuff like that. It's really criminal. So we know that they had kept robbing the cargo deliveries. We just only made the one movie to tell you about what they had done. And so now, okay, we'll talk to you as soon as we can. We'll put the parts up as soon as we can, and we'll try to talk to you as soon as we can, and try to be careful, safe, and alert. And it'll be Shabbat soon, and it's going to be the Judgment Day beginning very shortly. And we just let you know that too again. But the things that we were attacked by people that are not ours that only cared about money. Because I said, and there are nice people here. There are some nice people here. Okay, because I said, but the people that did that to us, they're not. But then you know that my beloved husband, like Kimo Shapta Shabbat, and I were talking. I said, I said, at first I realized, that homosexuals and whores are some of the nastiest, dirtiest people, wicked people that exist. I basically said, because they're really like that. It's just wicked and dirty. And we're not like that. We don't have coveters. We don't have idol worshippers. We don't have people that think they're better than our God who's God alone. There's nothing but our beloved God's God alone. Too. And so we just wanted to say these things to you. And we're Jews, and we know that we live for eternity, and we know in the end that um, we live forever. And that's just it. So we just like it's going to be as our beloved God's God alone intended things to be. And so everybody will see that we're Jews and we win. And so we just looked at that too. But we wanted to tell you what they had done. So every time everybody says it's obviously something wrong, because they're trying to keep you from us seeing anything, and anybody trying to analyze hair or whatever the case may be. Because every time they said, my beloved husband Kimei said, at first said, well, maybe maybe it was just not the way it was when I tried to leave the first time, but every time I try to leave, there's always a problem. So basically, people can be frightened, but it's like they're trying to. But that's true too. You can be frightened, but also the people that are guilty don't want anybody to see. And the woman was coming out yesterday, or asking me, tell him Liza, my beloved husband, can should be, and on our beloved family, because people. And this is what we told you about Abadot. Nasik Melik, Adrian, he started calling himself Sir Evelyn, or Evelyn, using his Evelyn name, because he saw when we saw that the woman, and nobody really thinks that's what it is, came and at first it was Ariana, and then it started calling himself Adrian, and there was something wrong with that. But everybody knew there was something wrong, because we're Jews, and we know how the Nazis and bad people hurt us all, tried to take our things and people's things in World War II. So we're quite careful, and we're blessed by our beloved God, as God love them. Watch and see. Even though they did that with the water, and I feel fine compared to what I did when it first happened. They tried to poison food and everything. It's just like to all the smart alecky people that are not from here that try to get jobs and basically sit. It's like God said, nothing. It's a dyke whore that tried to rule the world and gets nothing. If you notice, the women are masculine and the men are feminine, and they're together. But those people, and that's not what God intended. God made Adam and Eve, and God made the man masculine and the woman feminine, and this is it. And then the woman's under the man, this is it. And God is over the head over man. This is just like that too. So there's something wrong with those bad people. So, but they're not ours, and the bad people, the Trados, they're not ours at all. So, and they can never be ours. Those are terrible things that they do, and they're not human all the way, and they're just terrible things. They're epitome of all even wrongdoing. So just like that too. Now everybody knows the test tube is not a good thing. So we just like it too, and then mix it with other things, and they made all these terrible things, and now they pay for all the terrible things they did to people that had that only want to serve our beloved God as God alone, and they didn't care about serving God. They just wanted to be in place of our beloved God as God alone. The bad people tried us off, and we even call them people. Okay, so now, because they're not all people, they're part other things, fallen things, and animal, and this is it, like it was before the flood. Okay, so same as what it did will be later too. Okay, so now I'm trying to careful to don't alert, because it's going to be the way our beloved God as God intended, and we're going to we win, and we live for eternity. Watch and see. I will talk to you as soon as we can, and Shabbat Shalom again, and we'll get the parsha up as soon as we can.